Welcome back to AN Buffalo. An incredible night of achievement will be celebrated this Friday at the 50th Annual Black Achievers Awards in downtown Buffalo. And this morning, we are so lucky to have with us Mr. Herb Bellamy Jr., the organizer of this event, and two of this year's recipients, U.S. Attorney Trini Ross and Jamil Cruz, the digital communication manager of the Say Yes campaign. But really, for all of us, we've really just touched the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the achievement and the community involvement, because all of you have touched so many people in so many ways. Before we get into that, Mr. Bellamy, we need the history.
Wow.
50 years of anything is great.
I tell you. I tell you, one wonderful thing this year, we have an achiever that was actually an achiever the first year is going to receive the Legends Award. His name is James Toole. So we're able to recapture someone who's in those black and white pictures and receive the award.
Would he appreciate you saying he's in the black and white pictures?
Yes, he would. Although my photographer, my videographer, Roderick Simmons, he can even recreate the black and white pictures and make them color.
Okay, all right.
He actually made Judge Green and my father a picture that was in black and white and made it in color. So,
So give us the history.
Well, the history, my father received a testimonial dinner back 51 years ago, and he was so elated of being recognized for achievements. He felt that others need to be recognized as well. So therefore, he created the Black Achievers Awards Dinner as a fundraiser for the 1490 Community Center, and that's really how it started, from someone getting recognized like my father, and then have the nerve back in the 70s to say, we're going to call it Black Achievers. So how about that? 50 years later, and it's still rolling.
Well, he saw the need that people needed to feel important, right?
Yes,
and that their deeds needed to be recognized.
Yes, yes.
Right? And 50 years later, you're still doing it. What does it mean to you?
It's overwhelming on how the community is so responsive every year. The sponsors want to do it over again. The stories after someone receives an award, how they're elevated in their positions at work and in the community and the church or whether respective they're in. And those inspiring stories, I believe, that's happened over the 50 years made Buffalo a better city.
Oh yeah, and speaking of awardees, the Judge Samuel L. Green Award, U.S. Attorney Trini Ross, how does it feel to receive this award?
It's really incredible because Judge Green was my first mentor when I got out of law school. I graduated from law school and I went to work for the Appellate Division, 4th Department, where Judge Green was a judge. And he was a mentor, he remains a mentor. So to receive an award in the honor of someone who helped mold you into who you are today is really an incredible feeling.
Yeah, yeah. And what do you think this means for the community?
Well, I hope it means for the community that they realize when you put in the time, the work, the effort, you give your blood, sweat, and tears to the profession that you've dedicated yourself to, that sometimes there is recognition and there are rewards for that.
This is great. And Mr. Jamil Cruz, you are receiving the Community Service Award.
Yes.
Talk about that. How do you feel about that?
I'm beyond honored, and when I got the call from Mr. Bellamy that I was receiving the award, you know, I almost thought it was a prank, you know, because, and I say that jokingly, but I've always had so much reverence for Mr. Bellamy, his family, what they've been able to do with Black Achievers over the course of 50 years here in Buffalo, and I've always wanted to be a part, you know. I've been recognized, I've been honored in so many different ways, but this Black Achievers, this is that one that I'm just like, you know, it means so much, right? Because it recognizes, you know, people that look like me in our community, and, you know, showing that people can do things at a very high level. So when I got the call from Mr. Bellamy, you know, I was beyond honored, and I was like, I would absolutely accept this award, Mr. Bellamy. I would absolutely accept it. But no, it just means so much because it tells me that the work that I'm doing here in Buffalo is not in vain. You know, all of the work that I do is with a servant's heart. You know, and I feel like that everything that I have to, that's part of my purpose now, is to be of service to people. You know, so to be able to be recognized for the work, while I don't do things for recognition, it's always great to be recognized for the work that you're doing.
it's awesome to hear that the people that you pick are inspired to continue to do more.
Yes, yes, yes,
that
yes.
is so good.
Yes, yes. And
So-
people like you as last year's awardee as well.
Well,
You were a Black Achiever last year.
I was, but we're not here to talk about it. We're not here to talk.
Yes, let's talk about you.
So, on to other things.
Oh, we got you off, huh?
The 50th Annual Black Achievers Award is taking place Friday at the Buffalo Convention Center before a sold-out crowd. So thank you all for joining us this morning. Oh, I can't wait for this event tomorrow. We will be right back. You are watching AM Buffalo.